Hi, everyone. It's Hunter Lott, your HR problem solver on demand. And this is Take 5. This episode, Take 5, from our series, Please Sue Me. Those of you who have heard me, I've talked about our vulnerability from a legal point of view of this whole issue of compensation, pay equity, of raises, of keeping salaries a secret. And so the issue of pay transparency continues to come up. So I wanted to take some time in this episode to share some thoughts on this idea and some of the things that are going on in pay transparency. This is what generated this week's Take 5. New York City just passed a law that effective in May of 2022, employers with 4 or more employees will soon be required to post a minimum and maximum salary range for any job within the city. This is all part of this movement into transparencies. We've seen issues on salary history, and many states have taken salary history and asking salary history in an interview kind of off the table. You can certainly ask, what are your salary expectations? But basing current salary on what they made at the former place of work is asking for trouble, and in some jurisdictions, actually against the law. So this whole issue of salary, which I don't think was a very good secret anyway. Many of us thought that it was. We don't discuss salaries at this place of work. Why? Because our pay plans are unfair and illegal. I'm not sure how big a mystery this really was, but now we're seeing that now this is a problem with the National Labor Relations Act. This is a problem in many states about trying to keep this stuff a secret. And now we've carried it a step forward and show that now we need to post. Colorado and some other jurisdictions are making this a requirement. You advertise for a job, you got to post minimum and maximum. And other than just the legal, this I think is really a trust factor. I love this research. Employees tend to trust a company that has this kind of pay transparency. And I'm not suggesting that you list everybody's name and then write down how much they make, but by job description. Here's a minimum and a maximum. People will be paid within the range based on their experience, book of business they may bring in, based on their performance, based on their behavior. So we can still discriminate within the range, but there's no sense now in keeping it a secret. And companies at first, when Colorado went to it, they were like, oh, well, we're advertising for jobs and we're all for diversity and equity and non-discrimination, except don't consider this an application for anyone in Colorado, because then we'd have to tell. And this is proprietary. You can go on Indeed, you can go on Glassdoor, and find this stuff out. I think this is more of a trust factor than anything else. And it forces us to get our act together. I'm going to do an audit. I'm going to look at the job description. Who are my best people? Are they getting the best I have to offer? Pay, benefits, whatever that may be. What Gen Zs and millennials and this whole concept of pay transparency now is really forcing us is to get our act together. And here, as I said, Colorado had already gone to this. Other jurisdictions are moving, I think, in that direction. Here's a resource that has the various jurisdictions that talk about this idea of pay transparency. Thanks for watching. If there's a message in this one, it's get your act together on compensation and that your pay ranges are equitable and that you be willing to publish them. Because I think as we go forward, we're going to see more and more jurisdictions really push this idea of pay transparency. Thanks for watching. Check out hunterlott.com, the website for all kinds of resources. Again, always here to help. We'll see you next time on Take 5.